So the first step that you need to perform when you execute an effort to optimize your databases is determine what are the database queries that are worth optimization. Because not all queries are executed as frequently, or not all of them are slow. So you need to find the queries that are slow and also are executed frequently.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control?
Hello, welcome to the Lately in the PHP podcast. I'm Manuel Lemos from the PHP Classes site, and today I'm going to present to you an episode that I hope it's interesting to you, which is about MySQL database query optimization. As you may know, many developers, not only of PHP but many languages, use MySQL SQL query database to store information of their applications. And it's always interesting to make those database queries faster. And for that, you need to have a good criteria, not only to discover which are the SQL queries that are worth the effort of optimization, and also what you can do to do a good optimization that really works well. And in the end, I'm going to show you how to test that optimization, so you can verify for yourself if the actual optimization that is suggested really provides faster database queries. So let's move on to this episode. So the first step that you need to perform when you execute an effort to optimize your databases is determine what are the database queries that are worth optimization. Because not all queries are executed as frequently, or not all of them are slow. So you need to find the queries that are slow and also are executed frequently. So one resource that MySQL database server and other compatible database servers provide is having a slow query log. This helps a lot to find those queries that are worth some optimization. So the first thing that you need to do is to determine which are those slow queries. And to achieve that, you need to set up MySQL database server to enable the slow query log. To achieve that, you can execute a command that I'm showing here. Basically, it calls the MySQL D command, which is the server command, at least on Linux or other Unix compatible systems that on which MySQL runs. You can execute this command and use the verbose parameter to output the values of the options that configure the way MySQL server works. Then you filter the result of this command to just get the options that are relevant to the slow query log. Now here below, it's the output of this command, and you can see the slow query log here below in red. This option is set to false, so it is disabled now. You can see also the path to the slow query log file, which is also an option that you can configure. So what you need to do next is to enable slow query log. For that, you need to edit the my.cnf file, MySQL. You need also to figure where is that located. Usually in Linux systems, that is under the slash etc/my.cnf file. So when you need to change that option, the slow query log, you need to edit the myCNF file and set the slow query log to 1. Okay, you can also configure the path of the slow query log, as you may see here, and you can change it to a path that is useful for you. I've changed the path here just to show that you can change the path if you want. You don't need to change the default path if you don't want to. It's up to you to decide that. It's an option. So let's move on to the next step. After you change those options, they are not taken over in the MySQL server. You need to restart MySQL server. In the case I use MariaDB, you can use some other compatible database server. And I also use Linux, in the case OpenSUSE Linux. So you need to run the rc MariaDB restart command. If you use other system, you need to figure what exactly are the commands. Maybe you have a user interface, a graphical user interface to do that. That's nice. If you have that, use that. It's up to you to figure that. We are going to focus on the steps to optimize here. So once you restarted the server, the options, the new values of the options are enabled. So let's check to make sure that they really loaded the new option values. Okay, you execute again the MySQL D command. It's the same command, and you can see below here that the slow query log is set to true, so it's enabled, and also the new path is set. Okay, this is good. So let's move on to the next step. All right, if you like this video, make sure that you click on the like button here below. And if you also like to get notifications about when there are new videos like this, probably next week, you just click on the bottom right of the video. There is a button here, it's red. You can touch it or click on the mouse button to make appear the subscribe button. And then you can also click on subscribe button here. It is a bit different just because it appears a black belt that you can click to tell YouTube that you would like to get notifications when there are new videos, so you do not miss any new video that we'll be publishing hopefully every week. So you can also click on the share button here to be able to tell your friends, your family and colleagues that there are interesting videos here on the channel. Certainly they will love you for that if you share interesting videos, because they also want to learn more and be better on what they do. So you can go here and click on the WhatsApp button or in the email button if you want to send a private message, or you can also click on the Facebook or Twitter buttons if you want to share publicly on the social networks. And you can also click on embed to be able to get HTML code to embed this video on your blog post. So you are free to share this video in many ways. Pick one that you like better. So for now, that is all. Thank you for watching and hope to see you soon on the next video. Bye!
Can you feel it wrapped around your